welcome to the Travel Channel celebration of the biggest party of the year, Mardi Gras 2001. I'm Harry Anderson, and we are here at Party Central, French Quarter, New Orleans, Louisiana. This is it. You stay with us. We're going to talk about the mysteries of the legendary cruise of the Mardi Gras. Plus, we'll take you to hot spots like the Café du Monde, famous for its sugary beignets. Whoa, they're light. So, stay with us. We're going to go through all the fantasy and chaos that makes Mardi Gras such a memorable experience. Don't go wild. And I'm Harry Anderson.
And you are watching live coverage of Mardi Gras 2001 from the beautiful, classy Grand Victorian Bed and Breakfast.
Out here in St. Charles, there is a sea of purple and green and gold forming out here. Some of these folks have been here all night.
Absolutely amazing. Most people, when they think Mardi Gras, they think Bourbon Street. But we're uptown. This is where a lot of the parades begin. You're looking at the Grand Victorian Bed and Breakfast. It's quite historic. It was built back in 1893 by a famous, well-known New Orleans architect, Thomas Sully. And families lived here for quite some time. And hard to believe, but it was almost in ruins in the late 90s. And then a young woman decided to take it over and invite everybody into this home and make it a lovely bed and breakfast. And it's been open since 1997. A lot of people here today. People book this place over a year in advance to be here for Mardi Gras. And this atmosphere is really special. It's a family atmosphere.
This is a prime viewing spot. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of kids, It's going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to toss it now to Bourbon Street, where Gio is in on all the action. Gio?
Yeah, it's Gio. I'm the Bead Queen, celebrating 2001, a space oddity with all my friends. Where are you from, baby?
New Orleans.
All right. How many years been coming down to the quarter?
All my life.
All right. And you're from?
New Orleans.
All right. So many locals. And you're from?
Minnesota. Yeah!
Charlotte, North Carolina.
All right. And?
New Orleans.
Yeah, you're right. So what's the outfits here? Your Crown Royal bottles? Ooh, sounds like a good drink. This is Gio, and I think I'm going to be throwing it over to Bob and Karen over on St. Charles Avenue.
Karen Boudry and Bob Breck here for the Travel Channel, having a wonderful time waiting for Zulu, which should be coming down the street any minute here on St. Charles Avenue.
Joe, this is What a Good Roof here, and with apologies to Henry Winkler, this was supposed to be the Fonz, you know, you can see his outfit here, but you can dress up as anybody on Mardi Gras. That's the beauty of this day.
You see all sorts of stuff.
As the weather guru, it was my job to give good weather today, and you know, Karen, you think of other parts of the country. Let me show you some of our crowd in back, because you'll notice they're all in short sleeves. The temperature is above 70, and if you're north of us, I know what's happening. It's below zero across Minnesota. It's miserable up north. So if you'd come down and enjoy Mardi Gras with us, this is what it's like.
We'll be staying here on St. Charles to bring you the parade as soon as it comes by, but right now we're going to go to Gallier Hall and see what's happening out there, to Joe.
Thanks so much, Karen. I am Joe Trahan here live on the Travel Channel. We are in the Central Business District of New Orleans, but on this day there will be no business done. It is all about fun and merriment. Joining me is Scarlett O'Hara, or G. Tucker. There she is. G. Tucker, a former Zulu queen, will be joining us today. She's got all the inside scoop on all the happenings that go on here in Mardi Gras, and we promise you this, for those of you watching in Spokane, Washington, and Ohio, wherever you may be, Washington, D.C., we will show you sights that you just don't see anywhere else in the country. Right now we've got Pete Fountain and his half-fast walking group. They are headed our way. They're coming right down St. Charles as we speak, and we would like to welcome you to this Mardi Gras 2001. I know you're excited, G, as always.
As usual, and we've got this absolutely gorgeous day. You can't believe the weather here in New Orleans. If you didn't make the choice to come this year, you certainly need to make a choice to come next year, right?
That's for sure. The sun is trying to break through the fog and the clouds, and as soon as it does, we know that this throng of people gathered will just start having more and more fun. And I know you got something special for the people to see, something about that little white donut we all
Yes, the famous Café du Monde beignets. Café Cafes and pastry shops line the streets of New Orleans, but there is only one place to get a beignet. Take a bite out of this famous donut at the famous, as I said, Café du Monde during this next Mardi Gras moment that we shot using that Sony digital handycam. Hi, I'm G. Tucker with the Travel Channel, and we're here at the world-renowned Café du Monde. I'm told that they sell millions of these things they call beignets. What's a beignet? Let's go in and take a look.
Beignets are square French-style donuts, lavished with powdered sugar. General Manager Bert Benrud took us behind the scenes and showed us how these decadent delights are made.
What we have here is a dough sheeter. We used to roll them out with a rolling pin, but things around here move so fast nowadays that we have this production table.
And it just cuts them right out.
Cuts them right up, right?
Yeah. And look at this shortening. I mean, how hot is that shortening?
That is 370 degrees. Gee, this is where the fun begins.
This is where the pounding begins.
This is where they put the sugar on the donuts.
Okay.
And I tell you, the stuff goes everywhere. You see the cloud emanating from this area right here?
Yes.
It gets really interesting after 12 hours on a Saturday or a Sunday.
I got news for you. I'm tasting some of that sugar. That's pretty wonderful.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. There's more Mardi Gras 2001 coming up, baby. Woo!
Mardi Gras 2001 is sponsored in part by Land Rover. Come see what a Land Rover is made of. And by Charles Schwab. When we created a smarter kind of investment firm, we also created a smarter kind of investor.
We're back with more Mardi Gras 2001 on the Travel Channel.
Hi, Harry Anderson reporting for the Travel Channel from the French Market Restaurant and Bar. Outside, the Mardi Gras celebration is building up a head of steam, but we figured we ought to stop in for a few savory bits so that we can work up the strength for our next round of drinks. Stay with us. Does this month have an R in it?
I'm Joe Trahan here. I'm joined by G. Tucker. She's a former Zulu queen who knows all about the traditions and the fun that make up this Mardi Gras season. Welcome once again to our Travel Channel coverage. You know, this is where they used to do government business here in New Orleans, and but on this day, there's no government business. We are all about the business of partying.
Absolutely. This is your last chance, folks, to blow it out before you have to go to church for the next how many days?
The next 40 days. For those of you who don't know the tradition, it goes back to the French, the Catholic tradition of Lent. The day before Lent, which is Fat Tuesday. Of course, Lent starts on Ash Wednesday. So what they would do is have the big blowout parties. You take the bœuf gras, the fatted ox, so to speak. It's the last meat that you can eat because by Catholic tradition, once the Lenten season starts, it's a season of fasting. And now it's a little bit watered down. You don't eat meat on Ash Wednesday and on the Fridays during the Lenten season. It used to be in olden times that they wouldn't eat any meat at all. So that's why Fat Tuesday was so significant. The last time you'd get a chance to eat meat.
You've heard of our king cakes. I asked a guy the other day what he was giving up for Lent, and he said king cakes. Well, that's pretty easy to do, but they only come around on Mardi Gras, you know?
That's right. All right, we'll be back with more later from here at Gallery Hall, but now let's do it to the Grand Victorian.
That's me. Hi, Harry Anderson here at the Grand Victorian for the Travel Channel Mardi Gras 2001. That was the plug. Look at these costumes. You are of course, fairy. Of course, New Orleans fairy. Service by fairies, right? Yes, absolutely. Beautiful outfits. Look at this. Everybody's in a costume. You, sir, come on up here. Why didn't you dress in a costume?
I did.
You did? You have a costume piece on? Let's guess what the costume piece might be. Is it the beard? No, that's real. Does the nose come off with the glasses? No? No? Is there anything under there? No, absolutely nothing under there. Well, beats me. I want to tell you, though, a couple of things. The awarded the best mask to wear if you're in the French Quarter during Mardi Gras, definitely. If you've been through it, I don't think I have to explain anymore. And really, right here, would you hold that? The worst mask to wear during Mardi Gras. It's just not recommended. Why would anybody ski in this? I don't know. Yeah, let's get to Bourbon Street, Royal Sonesta. Gio.
Yeah, we're on Bourbon Street. We've got the Pirates. We've got the Treasure Chest. We've got Mr. Pink. Say hello, Mr. Pink. Where are you from?
I'm from San Diego, and I'm here for Mardi Gras.
How many times have you been to Mardi Gras, Mr. Pink?
This is my 6th time, and I think I'm finally getting it down.
Yeah, show us the beads.
Oh, well, we've got the block beads, but we've also got
the special Mr. Pink beads. Ooh, ah. And we've got the Big Bad Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. We've got the yachting crew. All right, my pirates, fire in the hole. Yeah. Right to Gallier Hall.
We are here live at Gallier Hall, the Travel Channel, bringing you Mardi Gras 2001 live. I'm Joe Trahan, along with G. Tucker. We're at Gallier Hall where they have a big sound system pumped in. You might be able to hear it a little bit through our microphones. And everyone's jamming right now. They're doing the cha-cha. Everybody's getting into the party mood, having a good time here at Gallier Hall as we wait for some of these parading organizations to show us their wares. But in the meantime, everybody in these stands is showing off their wares, doing some dancing here, thanks to the great sound system.
Yeah, and you can feel that sound system. You're probably asking yourself, what goes into planning the biggest party on the planet? Well, Travel Channel had a chance to talk with some of the crews of Mardi Gras, and we've got all the answers. So stay tuned and see on this next Travel Channel Secrets of Mardi Gras.
Behind the pomp and pageantry that is Mardi Gras are the crews. Social groups with names like Orpheus, Bacchus, Rex, and Zulu. They organize the parades, supply the costumes, and the comedy.
Rex is the major parade and has really kept Mardi Gras going through the years. Parades have come, parades have gone. Rex has stayed indefinitely.
Dr. John Oshner should know he was king of carnival.
It's an honor that there's not a man in New Orleans that doesn't want to be king. He presides over all of carnival.
Mardi Gras has been a part of New Orleans for more than 100 years. Through that time, each crew has developed its own culture. In the past, some crews appeared to be offensive.
When Zulu first started participating as a Mardi Gras type activity, African Americans could not afford to buy costumes. But we wanted to participate. We wanted to give something back to the community so that they can have fun during Mardi Gras time. And theatrical paint was very inexpensive. So we wore theatrical paint. The grass skirts that we wear today were actually seaweeds that were picked up from the docks, and we made skirts from it. Like red beans and rice is the culture of New Orleans every Monday. We do not tear down our old homes to make something for something nice, big, and beautiful. It has a historic nature to it. So as Zulu wears the blackface and the wigs and the grass skirts, it's part of our tradition, one in which we will never change.
It wouldn't be Mardi Gras without the music. Orpheus was founded by a local boy who made good.
When Orpheus was formed, it was Harry Connick Jr.'s idea, his invention, and so we chose the god of music to be our patron.
While each crew has its own special flavor, all share in the tradition that is Mardi Gras.
New Orleans is a big gumbo. We're made up of all different types of people. Creole, Cajun, French, Italian, German, Irish, and everybody does a wonderful job in cooking and getting along together and having a great sit.
And once you have that taste of royalty, it's hard to give it up.
Once you're a king, you're always a king. It's good to be king, yeah.
2001 on the Travel Channel.
Hi, I'm Harry Anderson, and believe it or not, we are in the middle of the Travel Channel's big Mardi Gras celebration. I know it seems a little tranquil, but that's because this is the courtyard of the Royal Sonesta, which is a fabulous old hotel located right in the heart of the action on Bourbon Street. This is a place to sleep off your party or enjoy an incredible meal. But right now, let's see what Mardi Gras is really all about, which is, of course, the parades and the secret traditions and the alcohol. Come on.
Hey everybody, I'm Claudia Coffey. We're back here at the beautiful Grand Victorian Bed and Breakfast. As we talked earlier in the broadcast, this was built in 1893, and it was almost in ruins when it was actually built, but all these fixtures are actually the original. So come on in, we'll show you a little brief tour, and we'd love for us to, we're going to chat a little bit with the owner and the woman that went through all the hard work of renovating this. And apparently, originally this was a single family dwelling, and then they moved it into a number of apartments, and then Bonnie Robet, you were the lucky woman that decided, you know, hey, let's go ahead and renovate the thing. That must have been a major, major undertaking.
It was under construction for almost a year, and it was extensive because everything had to be replaced and redone.
And it must be nice, too, as a native New Orleanian, when people come here during Mardi Gras, you can kind of give them the flavor and the color of what is Mardi Gras, right?
That's true. And with this location, I mean, everybody is right here on the parade route. It's very convenient. Everybody seems to love it, and I have lots of people that are repeat guests now that want to come back every year because they have so much fun.
And come on, you get excited about it, too, don't you?
I do. I have always loved Mardi Gras, so I can't complain about that at all.
Well, Bonnie, we have to take a break, but we'll be back to show off this beautiful, beautiful home and give you more of the Mardi Gras 2001 coverage. Let's send it back to G. Tucker at Gallier Hall.
Welcome back to our live coverage of Mardi Gras 2001, brought to you by the Travel Channel. I'm Joe Trahan. Actually, today I'm G.I. Joe Trahan. I'm joined by G. Tucker, a former Zulu queen. And right now, this crowd is loving it because the Zulu King has just come here to Gallier Hall. He is Melvin Big Man Amor, and there you see him, the King of Zulu. He is on his float. He is riding. He is reigning.
And he is royalty.
Isn't he? And he's rolling. All this attention all on the king right now, G.
Absolutely. And look at the king. I mean, he's beautifully dressed in this red and black feathers and gold beads, and he's just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Take us back, if you would, G, and tell us what it's like to be part of that royalty of Zulu.
The Zulus are very gracious people. When I was queen, they met me at the court with a brass band, and they had a big press conference with all of the newspapers and television studios. They had special parties for the king and queen, and that's when the joy really starts. You get to see and love New Orleans the way you remembered it as a child.
And it really is, I guess, a celebration that lasts over a few days. I mean, this obviously is the culmination. You are taking witness of it right now as we speak, but it really is a few days that it lasts.
Well,
right?
yes. The parades last about 2 weeks prior to Mardi Gras, leading into the main Fat Tuesday. But the balls, the balls start like the day after Christmas. Isn't that amazing?
It's incredible.
The Mardi Gras balls start the day after Christmas.
And it's people partying. It's tradition. And you know, this isn't something that just popped up a few years ago, folks. I mean, the Rex organization started back in the 1800s, mind you. The Zulu organization formed in 1909. They officially became incorporated in 1916. So there's some serious tradition going on. We'll have more of the pageantry later. But for now, let's go to the weather guru, Bob Breck at Pratt Satin. Bobby.
The parade in the background has come to a halt here, but I think you get the picture that they're lined up. We have some floats to watch now for a change. And these are all the Zulu floats yet. Rex is still to follow. And you can see the riders are tossing all kinds of stuff. You know, I've been down here for 23 years, and when I first came coming down. I would say it was more locals. What's happened over the time, you're getting more out-of-towners, more and more from all over the country. I've seen license plates from Texas, Georgia, Mississippi. I even saw one from Alaska, believe it or not. So we've got folks coming down for not only Mardi Gras, let's face it, the weather. It's cold up north. Y'all saying where's spring? It has sprung in New Orleans. The trees are already starting to bloom. We have all of the dogwoods. We have the azaleas. Man, it's turning pretty down south. When you get this kind of weather on Mardi Gras itself, it is gorgeous. Come on, guys. Move the parade up so it can get to me so I can catch something here. They're just out of reach. I can't quite get to them. I'll tell you, the guys in full costume, though, with temperatures now approaching the 80-degree mark, have got to start melting. Ah, the parade's starting to move again. Let's see if they can reach us. We're in a stand that's about maybe 20, 30 feet off the parade itself, so, and the wind is against us, so let's see if they can get us here. This is how you do it. You got to get the attention of one of the riders, and the way you do that is you got to yell. Oh! Oh! Up high! I need long beads! Ah, you know, I got to be down below. At any rate, that's how it's done here in New Orleans. You come down, you got to get involved. You don't just clap your hands. You got to tell the parade, throw me something, mister.
Okay, we're here. I'm Gio. We finally made it to the balcony through that crazy crowd down there. They're like, I want to be on the Travel Channel. I want to be on the Travel Channel. Well, the truth is, if you're in the street, you really have to wear a costume to be on the Travel Channel. But up here on the balcony, we, of course, have the bird's eye view. We do see in the distance that there are the Jesus Saves people, because every Mardi Gras, since it's farewell to the flesh, the Latin meaning of the word carnival, they try and come down here and save some souls and keep us from partying ourselves into oblivion. Of course, it's rather difficult to do that during this time of year. Anyway, I'm having a great time. I hope you're having a great time. We're going to try and get some other people up here so you can get some more close-up of the people that really make Mardi Gras, especially here in the French Quarter, especially on Bourbon Street. Of course, as time goes on, it will get even more raucous and even more scary down there. So right now, we're just trying to take a breather, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, catch our beads, and party hardy.
We're back on St. Charles, where Zulu is reigning supreme right now. A number of floats coming by. One of the dangers that if you're new to Mardi Gras and you're not used to having people throw you stuff, here comes in, oh, no, he's not going to make it. What happens if you don't keep your face to the float coming by, you get knocked in the noggin. It's happened. So you always got to kind of face the float that's coming by, because you never know which rider is throwing to who, and you can get really actually hurt. We're suffering down here in the heat and humidity, and you know we don't have to shovel humidity. Joey T at Gallier Hall, we can put up with that, can't we?
We can put up with that because we're old pros at the humidity. No problem with that, Bobby. As the Zulu floats come through, Zulu float number 2, the Witch Doctor float, just kind of bombarded us with these nice beads. We got pearls here. We got the Mardi Gras colors of purple, gold, and green. Purple, gold, and green, the colors, and part of what make up this pageantry, gold meaning power, purple meaning justice, green meaning faith. Just so you know, some of the background behind the colors of Mardi Gras, those colors very prominent in the Rex Parade. Now we get to see one of the dancing groups, one of the many dancing groups that come through and come by, all making up the tapestry that is Mardi Gras Day in this Zulu parade. Here you can see more floats coming down the road. This is number 4, float number 4 in this Zulu parade. It's the mayor of Zulu. His theme this year, time on your hands. He's got a big cuckoo clock, all kinds of different clocks, and they're all decked out in their lime green, loud as can be, making a little noise on this Mardi Gras Day, having a good time. And folks, just so you know, we're perched about 25 feet above the street level. So when you see these double-decker floats, we have to be especially careful because they can very easily bombard us with their beads. And as Bob Breck was saying earlier, you can never turn your back on the float because you never know what kind of beat is going to hit you. Here we go. Throw me something, mister. Throw me something. They're trying to get him here. You can do it. No, almost. The crowd gets bombarded with beads there. We'll catch you next time, we're sure.
We just thank them by throwing kisses back when they don't quite make it.
That's right. Now we've got float number 4, a Zulu Duke coming through, and he is all decked out. You notice the very prominent Z. He's got the royal burgundy. He's got yellow feathers, some black accents. And, hey, man, that's what it's all about. The guy looks good. Say what you want. The guy looks good.
I bet he's feeling pretty good right about now.
Yeah, they're a couple of hours into their ride.
Yes.
And so this is where, you know, they really start feeling that Mardi Gras feeling. They're feeling no pain.
And not only that, but, you know, throwing beads is hard work. It's very hard work. By the end of the ride, boy, you have worked the muscles in one arm to such an extent that you probably need a masseuse.
That's right. They're going to be feeling this for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, they'll feel it.
Bet your
They'll feel it.
We've got another Zulu Duke coming through in float number 5. And wow, that's a different color, G. I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of goldish, but not really. That's nice.
Well, yes, the Duke is in a kind of powdered gold, and the young ladies riding the float are in a very bright, sparkly gold. But the Duke's cape is in a rich royal gold.
Very nice. Very nice. All decked out. Got to look your best on Mardi Gras Day.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't half-step on this day. You have to come correct or don't come at all, as the kids say.
And correct on Mardi Gras could be almost anything.
That's right. We mentioned, as the kids say, we got a few kids in the, that might be the Abramson Band. Hope I'm not speaking out of school. I don't think I am. Yeah, let's listen to the band, because they work hard. Let's give them their pub. As I mentioned to you guys, I'm a sportscaster by trade, and yeah, I saw those colors. That indeed is the Marion Abramson Senior High School Band out of right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. So.
And you know, those children work very hard. They work hard a couple of months before Mardi Gras. Not only do they have to play, but to play, march, and maintain rigid lines, nice clean lines while they're marching and playing is pretty tough business.
And they do such a good job of it. And they're not only here on Mardi Gras Day, folks. There are several parades, as we mentioned, in this Mardi Gras season leading up. And some of these bands will play in, you know, 9 or 10 different parades within a week and a half time. And I mean, they really put the work in.
They have marched miles by the end of the Mardi Gras season.
That's right, and they always sound good when they do so. They sound especially good when they pass the mayor's area here at Gallagher Hall.
Oh yes, they really lay it on thick. But you know what? Talking about family, many of the families of these kids who are in bands march along with them.
That's right.
Many mothers use this as an opportunity to lose weight.
That's right, and a little bonding with the kids. Now, when all the partying on Fat Tuesday is done, the epicenter of Mardi Gras turns out to be Bourbon Street.
To 80, dead, dumb, blind, cripple, and crazy. It is Mardi Gras, and this is Bourbon Street.
This is Mardi Gras! I'm on TV, give me $2 to smile at me.
With beads, the girls like to hopefully show us what they have to offer. Putting it politely, I hope. I'll see some This is great. I'm sorry.
I have plain bees. I want glowing bees.
Capitalism. Bees for whatever type of favors. Teas are what matters, not bees.
What makes you bees for them? Flash forward.
Listen to a song, everything fine. Want your bets, everything go to bell line. It's all about the bees, baby. Happy Mardi Gras.
It's just unbelievable.
It's your Mardi Gras! Yeah, Mardi Gras!
I would say you're missing out on a good time and a great party. There's a lot of people down here and everybody seems to be having an excellent time.
We're back with more Mardi Gras 2001 on the Travel Channel.
Well, here it is, everybody, the moment everyone has been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen across the United States, this is Rex. This is what all these people have been waiting for here on Fat Tuesday. This is the Rex float. He is considered the monarch of merriment for the day, and as he passes by, he kind of wishes everybody well throughout the day, so entrenched in tradition and history. And let's take a look now. That is Dennis Henry McDonald. He is Rex this year, and it's a really, really big deal to choose Rex. Nobody knows until the night before. It's a huge secret, and typically there are folks that have been involved in Rex for a number of years, and it's always, as this Rex mentioned, His Majesty mentioned, it's a big honor, and it's something he says he'll never forget for the rest of his life. This parade in particular is a little different from the other parades that folks have seen throughout the week. A lot of these floats are the same floats year after year, and it's specifically done that way. The Rex's float is always the same. Some other floats, the King's float, Streetcar Named Desire. And here's another float, His Majesty's Bandwagon, never changes. And of course, what they're throwing this year, everybody wants the beads, of course, from Rex and from all of Rex's floats. Oh, thank you, my dear. Can we try again? Can we throw me one again? Come on. Thank you. I got one. I have one of the Rex cups. I got lucky today. Are we going to try again? Throw me one again. Come on. But what, they'll throw beads, they'll throw cups, they'll also throw the doubloons, which resemble gold coins. And people may be collecting cups and beads all week, but everybody wants something from the Rex Parade. This is the first major float that's passed besides the Rex float, so everybody is finally getting those beads. I think our camera just got a few of those beads. Well, we are going to enjoy the parade here on St. Charles Avenue, the beginning of the Rex Parade. Let's throw it down to Gallier Hall. You guys have a lot to look forward to. It's absolutely beautiful.
You have probably already guessed that floats are an essential part of any parade, and Travel Channel wants you to get an up-close and personal look at these papier-mâché monsters. We're going to take you to Mardi Gras World, where we shot this next Mardi Gras moment using the Sony Digital Handycam.
To most of us, Mardi Gras is booze, babes, parties, and pageants. But to Blaine Kern, Mr. Mardi Gras, it's a whole lot more.
I've opened up Mardi Gras to everybody. It's become really and truly a people's celebration, and I feel I've had a lot to do with that.
Blaine and his 5 children run Mardi Gras World, the country's largest float builder. The Kern family creates about 3/4 of all floats seen at Mardi Gras.
And we have fun. It's more fun than work.
But the year after we built this big wreck,
Blaine started the company more than 50 years ago. In that time, it has evolved into much more than a business. Tour groups come to witness these papier-mâché palaces and to watch craftsmen at work.
Charlie.
The pace is frantic.
We have to do about 8 floats a week to actually get the productions every year. And we do about 400 to 500 floats a year.
Beyond the business, this is about family and a shared passion for the traditions of Mardi Gras.
I have so much admiration for him, and I feel very lucky to be his daughter and to grow up around this. I used to play in these like they were houses, and it's just incredible to see how much it's grown, too.
They call me Peter Pan, and I'm never going to grow up.
We're back with more Mardi Gras 2001 on the Travel Channel.
Of Mardi Gras 2001 on the Travel Channel.
Oh, yeah. This is truly wonderful. Here comes another float. Charles Brighton. What does it say about Charles Brighton there? He was the first of the great Mardi Gras artist-designers. Swedish-born Charles Brighton was not strictly speaking an illustrator, but the whimsical fable-like use of animals as people, the brilliance of color and design, and the sharp wit masked by benevolence and good humor certainly entitled Brighton's work to a place. Boy, that's a run-on sentence. But it's good. Look at his stuff.
That was great. That was great. And folks out here have been waiting since about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning for this parade. This is their big highlight. And many of these floats are changed every year, but many of them are steeped in tradition, and they never change, and people can't wait to see these floats. Obviously, they can't wait to see them because they get stuff.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of opening a bead shop instead of a magic shop. I'm doing real good. Real good.
And the crowds have been entertained not only by the floats passing, but these bands that have been here today. A lot of bands from throughout Louisiana, but I also noticed, Harry, a few bands from throughout the country.
Yeah, there's a couple from Mississippi I saw in there. And
South Carolina or something.
South Carolina, there you go.
Now you just moved back here. Are you now live here, and this is your first Mardi Gras?
This you call living. This is called living here. This is my first Mardi Gras since '76, and back then I was a street performer doing magic in the square, so I never got to see this stuff. You know.
You're living the high life on St. Charles Avenue now.
This is fabulous.
Just so everybody knows, we are on St. Charles Avenue, uptown, actually about 20 blocks from where this parade starts. Many people think all the action, many people always think, I thought anyway, Harry, that all the action was in the Quarter and the French Quarter on Bourbon Street, but it's not. All these parades start about 20 blocks uptown from here, and this is one of it's a huge parade. There are about 28 floats in this parade, marching bands, folks on horses, and they provide a lot of entertainment for all these people.
35 pickpockets per block. I understand. That's
Did you get pickpocketed yet?
No, well, no, I haven't started work though.
Well, we are going to enjoy all the bands and the floats from here, and we're going to try to keep Harry safe.
Indeed.
Indeed, my friend. We're going to pitch it down to Gallier Hall.
Look at this, folks. My helmet's full of beads.
Wait, look what I've got here.
See, I haven't seen a fella like that before. He's new. Maybe he's a little baby gorilla or something there. Little gorilla in the mist. Look at this, all kinds of beads. That's what it's all about. We just got absolutely bombarded. I saw a buddy of mine, he used to play for the Saints, and he just went crazy. Threw all kinds of stuff our way. Cups, look at that. Look at that. And I got to throw, I don't know if I've seen a throw like this. It's a little baby jester, folks. They really do. They throw all kinds of stuff off of these floats. And like I said, we're a pretty good target, and they're hitting us pretty hard. And, boy, I can't tell you how much fun it's been on this day. The weather has cooperated.
Absolutely wonderful.
I mean, it's sunny, and I guess it's around 78 degrees right now, and these folks are having just a darn good time. Folks, we're having a great time here. We're going to throw it down to the Grand Victorian.
Here we go, float number 11.
Sir John Tennille. Oh, this is the guy who did the pictures for Alice in Wonderland.
Exactly.
Oh, look. There you go. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Whoa.
And this float here, not only are they throwing beads, but they're throwing moon pies. I think that's the way to moon pie. Did you catch a moon pie?
No, but a moon pie and an RC Cola, and you can put me off to bed.
We're going to keep our eye on all the floats here uptown outside the Grand Victorian Bed and Breakfast, but let's throw it back to Bourbon Street, where I'm sure the crowds are
drunk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Gio. I'm on the balcony of the Royal Sonesta Hotel. Yes, they are getting quite lubricated down here on Bourbon Street. After Mardi Gras is proclaimed done, and the cops will march through. First, it's the cops on foot, then it's the cops on horseback, then it's the cops on motorcycles, then it's the cops in the cars, and then come the street cleaners. The city of Mardi Gras measures the success of this year's Mardi Gras every year by about 2 days later. They weigh all the garbage, and depending on how much garbage there is, that's how successful Mardi Gras has been. So when you see the camera pan into the street and you see those piles of garbage, you know exactly where they're going to go, and in a couple of days we'll be able to tell you how much it all weighed. In the meantime, we have to wade through it, and that's kind of the hard part. That's why if you're coming to Mardi Gras, make sure you wear appropriate footgear, appropriate shoes, so that you're going to get garbage, you're going to get scrunch on them. You want to be able to wade through that so you can just pay attention, look up at the balconies, catch those beads. That's the important thing. A little bit about the beads. I am, of course, the bead queen, so I have this huge collection. Of course, this year I'm a 2001 Space Oddity. I have my UFO beads. These are very special beads. These are special Endymion Captain's beads, and as you can see, they're a very unusual shape. And I just want to say thanks you all for coming down to Mardi Gras. We're having a great time. I'm throwing it back to you guys, Gio, on the Royal Sonesta balcony. Happy Mardi Gras.
Back up at the Grand Victorian, we're on float number 13. Actually, this is United States Naval Reserve Recruiting Command. Harry is in quite a bit of danger up here.
That was a good aim. That's what he was aiming.
Started, Harry has been smacked in the face with beads.
Yeah, the face was the best place.
Even hit on the rump with beads.
Wait a minute. I don't care.
Here we go, float number 13, Howard Pyle. All 28 floats this year in Rex have a theme from children's novels and all the great novels that we grew up with and all the storybook characters. So these are just, as you can see, colorful and beautiful, beautiful floats.
Howard Pyle, look at that. Whoa. Oh, I'm just trying to defend him.
Here,
you know, it's kind of like a celebration and kind of like the fall of Saigon, isn't it? All at the same time. Yikes! Incoming!
Harry's having a pretty good time.
I am.
So far. Welcome back, we should say.
My mom says I'm special.
Just down the street is the streetcar named Desire. This is one we see every year that people love to see, depicting the lovely St. Charles streetcars.
This has been around for years and years. Listen, yeah.
People love to see this one. This is the big one. They like this one, too.
You know, that's old Mr. Williams' biggie.
You're just happy you have a break where nobody's hitting you in the beat.
I'm just happy that I'm... Did I actually catch all those with my hat?
We're so glad you could join us today for Mardi Gras 2001. You're looking right now at a live view of the Rex Parade, the parade of all parades today down here in New Orleans.
Next year, you be here. That would be my advice. You be here.
Everybody's been having a wonderful, wonderful time, and we just want to thank everybody for joining us for this extravaganza, for bringing a little bit of our world into your world. For now, goodbye, everybody. Happy Mardi Gras.
Vaya con queso.
We forgot.
Hi, Tracy Gallagher for the Travel Channel here at Diane's Swimwear with the hottest in bikini fashions. You can always go with the classic, but if If you're a little more trendy, there's a hipster or the boy leg. Then there's this little item, the infamous thong. Whichever bikini you choose, we've got the perfect place to wear it, from sizzling South Beach to the French Riviera. See it all on Beach Week, starting tomorrow from 8 to 11, only on the Travel Channel. Where's the rest of this?